Bonfire.
DJ Lou, this one's going out to you a little bit. So I was digging in on some of the newest. I told you I go on that rock and roll true story. So by the way, I'll give him another plug. He thanked us for plugging him. By the way, he's great.
I want to check those out.
Things. They're so good. They just had the Caius one I just watched recently.
Yeah.
But last night I watched his longest video yet. He says, and he says there's more long ones coming. But it was whatever happened to the band live. And I got to tell you something, Lou. I was so uninterested in the band live that I didn't even. I mean, it was an interesting documentary. I'm saying that I was so uninterested in them that they released, I think, 6 albums after that one everybody knows. Oh, yeah, buddy. And let me tell you something.
I almost downloaded that album because that one album has like 4 or 5 true hits.
4 hits.
4 hits.
Throwing Copper. After that, first of all, that wasn't their first album. Then they cranked out like 6 after, and somewhere in between those 6 albums, the dude straight up left the band, had a solo career, the singer, and then decided to come back to the band, and that is when Lou saw him with Bush.
Yes.
With Bush and was it Seven Mary? Not Seven Mary 3.
I have become.
It wasn't Seven Mary 3. It was something like that.
Cumbersome in my soul.
Who higgy too white, too flabby, too flat, too wrong at the right.
It's the wrong at the right. Dude,
cumbersome.
How many times I earnestly sang that as a teenager driving?
It's not even the chorus. The best part is when you're on the road and you got to go, she come like a honk on a honky-donky dafer. Honky-doo, honky-dee.
That song was built to just scream out in a car by yourself in traffic.
Dude, that is white guy biting his bottom lip music if ever there was one.
That's cut off in traffic white guy music.
That's the music that makes a black person afraid when it's cranking out of a car.
Yeah.
Nah, probably country.
Nah, I mean, probably different fears of different fucking music.
Here we come. Live, it's insane how little I paid attention. So many. When the dolphins cry, that doof song, song is from like 3 albums after Throwing Copper.
Yes.
They pop back in for one more hit.
Did they just have a different producer? How do you do 9 albums and one of them is just
I'll tell you what it is.
Fucking hit.
I'll tell you what it is. The guy was a knob straight through. That first album was so successful, they said by the second album, they were like, I don't know, we can't. It's the same reason why Metallica, God bless them, they're not going to write a fucking classic song ever again. Yeah. Ever again. And there hasn't been a classic song on their last several albums because they've lost that hunger, and that's fine. But Live said they lost that hunger immediately. They said as soon as Throwing Copper was so big, the next album, they were just like, man, whatever. And then they were like, we're just rich guys now.
You said Throwing Copper wasn't their first album.
No, it was their first album, I think, is No, there's one more before it.
The first one is Mental Jewelry.
Yeah. No one gave a shit at all.
Except me.
I would dispute the Metallica claim you made.
Whoa.
What, classic songs in the last several albums?
Jacob loves Unforgiven 3.
One. No, I loved Atlas Rise and Hardwired, those 2 songs off the last album.
Absolutely.
I thought they were that good.
But Jacob,
they are, but they just won't. They won't catch there's just no test of time on them.
Jacob also understands that my lifestyle dictates my death style. My lifestyle.
But Jacob, like my daughter is, if she's not aware of right now, if she's not aware right now of it, she sort of is, and she will be aware in her life of the song "Master of Puppets." She'll be aware of even like that Black album that was like their most commercial thing was like so many hits off it. She'll know Enter Sandman. I'm sure she probably already knows it. For Whom the Bell Tolls.
If she has a sad day, she can really vibe with Nothing Else Matters.
Nothing Else Matters she could dig into. But if she feels real patriotic, she can blast a little Don't Tread on Me. I wouldn't lay any dough. I wouldn't lay any dough that she'll ever hear Hardwired.
Is that the band's fault? Or is it the way music is heard now?
I would say Napster. Napster's my best.
Fuck them.
I think they got them.
No, it's both. It's both faults. Absolutely. But the thing is, like, where are they going to write? Where place are they going to write that song? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Guns N' Roses can't write "Welcome to the Jungle" when everything's fantastic.
They're like,
you know
hey,
what I mean? Like,
you're gonna do okay.
Yeah,
you're in the jungle, baby.
the best you're going to get from new stuff is like, oh, it's pretty good.
Well, dude, just make sure Isabella.
Marilyn
knows that
Manson
my
can't make the
lifestyle.
beautiful people anymore. And Dan, I'm so sorry to say, Queens of the Stone Age, dude, their
Say
best
it.
stuff's behind them. Always.
Stop it. Stop it. He is growing as an artist and constantly changing.
Right.
Probably for the worse. It's
No,
not going to.
because-
He's going to be changing out of the thing you liked eventually. Marilyn
Well,
Manson kept
here's-
changing, and I kept complimenting his change, Dan, until that butterfly started fucking attacking young women,
but you
fucking
didn't-
writing shitty music with movie director. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He fat.
Yeah, but you don't know what album he was fucking waterboarding him in Absinthe. You don't know if that started when he was successful or.
No, I stayed with him. I stayed with him longer than people that I'd say if there's albums I'd go is a great album, and when people go it sucks, I'll go sure. If you're a casual fan, it sucks.
What I like about Queens of the Stone Age is they change every album, so you can't be mad at them for not doing songs for the deaf after they've done like 3 or 4 albums. I would say they're my favorite albums, like Clockwork from 2013. So that was like, and I loved Songs for the Deaf, and I loved Self-Titled and Rated
8 years
R.
ago, by the way, though. Just so you know.
Well, he's coming with something. So
Yeah, dude.
I can feel
Guy's
it.
gonna keep. These guys gonna keep rocking. And
I can feel it. I
concert,
can feel it in my feet.
performance-wise, it's gonna be huge because he's always gonna do those songs, Dan, the ones you want to hear, because he's not ridiculous, and that's what you have to do. Okay.
yeah.
You understand?
Man, if you had to do that,
You think anybody wants to go see Bad Company lay out 8 new tracks in a row? I don't think so, dude. They better do Bad fucking Company.
But you know what? If they have a take on maybe a Bad Company 2, a la Metallica.
Unforgiven 3, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, dude, that was always. I mean, but I've defended it. I got back on board on Unforgiven 3. Unforgiven 2, I was like, this is ridiculous. Unforgiven 3, I was
Unforgiven
like,
3, The Force Awakens.
oh, dude, just looking. Death Magnetic, I enjoyed. I thought Death Magnetic was a good album.
Sure was, Dan. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not saying to a person who's into the band you'll like everything they do. But there's a reason Jack White albums aren't as big as White Stripes albums. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's it's still the same
Because
guy. It's just
I
like the
understand
thing
what
was the
you're
White Stripes captured a thing.
But
And you
don't
can
you
only
think that's
capture a
the-
thing for so long.
Don't you think that's the importance of like evolving and moving and changing? So it's just
Right.
not-
And I'm saying live evolved, changed, quit, got back together, and released 6 albums. And I was unaware that anything happened after Throwing Copper.
yeah. So
I
you're
was
telling
unaware.
me
I
he
think
cut,
they
hold
all
on.
died in a plane crash, like Skinnerd.
You're telling me that he could have cut off his ponytail, grown long hair the same length, shaved his head, and had a new ponytail, and you
Dan?
never knew that
Dan, not only what I've never knew, he had hair phases in between these years.
See, he's like a lizard cutting his tail off. It grows.
There was
back.
hair phases in there. A solo career that he claims was going well.
Lou, did you see him on his solo career? Witzke?
I did not, because I was mad because he motherfucked the rest of the band. He told them, "Oh, these are my songs. Fuck you. You're not my brothers." And then they get back together. Now you're my brothers again. Fuck
Yeah.
that bald asshole.
I guess you could say that lightning crashed. I mean, we really do have fun.
Yeah, dude, he does seem like he blows as a guy completely.
Yeah, but
he
if your
takes
second
very
album
he takes
just-
very modelly pictures. He takes very modelly pictures.
He loves it.
He loves it. And he said fuck the band. Then he started touring with just other dudes and called it live.
Yeah.
Man, if you just. What if I just started a podcast with a bunch of other people and called it Bonfire, and I had like a bunch of plastic surgery on my face, and I got super into it, where I was like, I don't talk to Jay anymore. It's toxic for the show. Anyways, this right here is Philip and Pierre. They're the new Jacob and Lou.
Lou, what were you
Band
going to say?
Live- The band live also toured. Ed, the lead singer, toured on his own, and then live the band toured on their own. They're both like, no, we're live. No, we're live.
Who's saying? Now, listen, you're all 100% of the time. 100% of the time you go to see the lead singer. I'd go watch Axl Rose play with a high school band before I went to go watch Slash, Duff McKagan, Izzy Stradlin, Matt Sorum, and fucking Steve Adler on drums.
But
I'd
what
go
if you
watch
replaced
I'd
the
Axl
lead
Rose go
singer-
a cappella. Yes, Dan? I'm sorry,
So
what?
what if you replace that with another heroin addict named Scott Weiland? Because then that's fun.
Oh, yeah, I'd do that over just Axl Rose. Yeah, for sure. Now you throw in another famous lead singer? For sure.
That's what they started doing.
But who
by the
jumped
way,
in for live? But who jumped in for live?
No one, because no one wanted to fuck with them.
They just did instrumental?
Yeah, they were probably hoping. They're probably hoping a John Popper would step in or someone, maybe Hootie.
Dude, if you don't do the lyrics in those songs, Lightning Crashes is 4 straight minutes of jong, 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 jong.
Yeah, dude, it's go find your car in the parking lot music.
Jay, do you say they don't have the fire anymore? Because I know this would kill the band to hear that.
Who?
Metallica has a fire to put out a good
James
album.
Hetfield is
Whether
listening.
it's successful.
James Hetfield's listening in his truck going, no.
They can write a mechanically good album, but they wrote songs like fucking Nothing Else Matters, Fade to Black, stuff like that, and now they're like, give me a poo, give me a pack. It's like,
I don't like when the driveway is packed. Whose car's in my spot?
Yeah, whiskey in a jarro.
Now hold on a second. That's a classic Irish song.
I know.
That they just...
I know. I'm just saying, like, no, yes, that is what it is, Jacob. They don't have the fuel that would
the fire, give me that which I desire.
But then, yeah, they just like, no, they don't have it anymore. But here's the thing: they can write a mechanically good song. Oh yeah,
sing something. He goes, no, this is what we do now.
Yeah,
turn it up a little.
Like
talk about the lady in the hospital. He goes, no.
Like, sing the fucking song, Ed. He's like, no.
He goes,
is this instrumental?
Yes.
Yeah,
Please make this instrumental.
It's just great. They're just playing and they go,
This never ends.
Bring out a singer. And he goes,
Seriously, anybody.
sorry. He's just talking off his guitar. This is the song. This is how we do it.
You just hear one guy in the audience go, the angel opens her eyes.
Pale moon on the line. Someone goes, shut the fuck up. You don't get to sing it.
That's not the part he's at. That's not the part. You're going, here it is. The angel opens her eyes.
Just different people doing that. Mad because they don't know where they're at in the song.
No, that's when the bass hits. The angel opens her eyes.
What you're seeing right now is called Lightning Crashes Vertigo. It's where no one knows where they're at in the song because the song
No one quite
is
remembers
just
where the angel opens her eyes.
angel opens her eyes. No, he's still wrong. You're still wrong.
Like, I feel.
Yeah. Man, and then when he goes on solo tour, he obviously does the entire live catalog.
Dude, you could do 2 costume changes, get some pussy, and eat something in the time it would take for him to come and start singing this song. They could do the jing jicka jings for 5 straight minutes, and the crowd will be into it like morons.
If you're in line for a beer, you go, hold on, we got a while. I'm going to get these beers.
You go, should we run back? They go, I've seen him. I saw him last week. You're fine. Wait for the beer.
Yeah, this is a Floyd.
Rest his head on a pillow made of concrete. Yeah.
Guy nails it.
Even in cuffs, dude, he hit the beat, though, on beat.
You know why? He was able to get his diaphragm open. He just really belted out.
My mom was a music teacher.
Sorry. I'm glad. I know my scales.
The placenta falls on the floor.
Him being a dick and also
Oh,
saying
the
like
rabbi slips in the afterbirth.
I'm sorry.
Everyone's laughing and Benny Hill music's playing.
They can't scoop it up. Everyone's laughing hard.
Yeah. It's a bloody mess on the floor. The angel opened rays. I like that.
Well, I'm glad to
reverb.
hear. I'm glad to hear that they got back together and he regrouped.
I guess. I think they're back. I think they're back together, but still no one gives a shit.
When things open up, let's see where live is at. Let's see if we can go catch a live show.
Good 16-minute rock and roll true stories. It was a good one. He says they're making longer ones, yeah, which is cool. But they're great also when they're like 5-6 minutes. But like, I definitely would watch longer ones.